morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you guys had a good week. It's actually pretty sunny out there, which is nice. So here I am in my kitchen getting ready to do my meal prep for the week. My coffee and my new companion around my feet, so there might be a little bit of disruption, but let's hope we're good. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna actually make kind of like a Spanish rice, but a little bit different in essence. So I'm gonna get the rice going first, long grain brown, and then I've got some veggies and things in essence that I'm gonna do. So I'm using our steamer. I'm gonna do 1.5 cups. A little less, that's all right. All right, then we need about 3 cups of water. So what is everybody else doing for the week? What are your plans for food? What are your plans, period? What's going on? All right, we're gonna use the nourish broth, or chicken broth, or nourish broth now, which there's literally, what happens when your husband uses the last of it, there's literally like not even a teaspoon in that. All right, so we got the nourish broth. So we're just gonna do a couple of teaspoons. Get that going. All right. So in the microwave for about 15 minutes, just because it's the long grain one. Okay, so that's the rice going. I've got black beans that I'm going to be adding to it, and some zucchini and tomatoes. But I actually got chorizo, whatever, anyway, to add to it as well. So I'm going to chop that up and have that ready. So it gets the rest where I'll get all the paprika and color, but I will add a little bit of our taco seasonings as well. I'm going to fry these up quickly now just to get rid of some of the fat, and then finish it. Not that these need that much, but just want to get rid of some of the fat in it. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's definitely a talkative one. Very demanding kitty. So pretty much what I'm focusing on today is like lunches. And then, I mean, with just the two of us, so we kind of do the whole eat once, cook once, eat twice scenario. Not particularly fussy about size when it comes to these things, but just whatever you guys like. If you don't eat meat, you know, add in some paprika to get all that lovely color that I'm actually going to get from this. So that's going to get started. And then I'm going to actually was going to make donair for the week. But I noticed this morning that I didn't actually have donair. So I've got to be placing an order today to get some donair. So instead I'm just going to use our souvlaki seasoning. And just a tiny bit of the oil. And I'm going to go ahead and mush it up. So this is just some ground meat. You can use whatever you like. Pork, beef, plant-based. And then I'm just going to do the same thing as I would with donair. Just put it into the rectangular ones, and cook it for about 5 minutes. And then when we're ready to eat it during the week, we can just take it out, slice it up, and either re-cook it like on a frying pan, or a microwave, or whatever you want. But if you want the crispy bits kind of that you would get with donair, toss it on a pan and just you might need a tiny bit of oil, but pretty much no, I don't usually. I just toss it into a dry pan and non-stick, and away we go. Okay, that's that. You could obviously add more or less savaki if you wanted. Or when you're cooking it, you can obviously add some seasonings or whatever you want. So there we go. That's ready to go. Once the microwave is free, and then we got a little chorizo going, and there's that. Okay. What I like about these, you can flip them over. Okay, so we have the beans all ready to go for the rice. So I'm just going to add in tomato and some zucchini. What I like about our ceramic knives, really good for slicing into tomatoes and soft veggies. So surprisingly, she's off playing and it seems to be not interested in what I'm doing, which is, I may have jinxed myself by saying that, but she's definitely much more playful. This morning she was trying to work with me while I was doing my usual social media stuff, and but then found a place in the back of my computer. And then she was nice and quiet, so that was good. Okay, so tomato added. Now I'm going to chop up zucchini. You had your a 4-in-1 mandolin, you can totally use that instead. Good morning, Diane. I am just going to kind of cube it, or fake cube it. You don't have to do zucchini, you could do carrots and celery, whatever you particularly like when you're making like a rice dish. So in here I've got my black beans. Again, I'm going to put 2 zucchini because they're small-ish. And 1 tomato. So if you got questions about anything, the products or meal prepping, feel free to ask. I will attempt to answer now, or I will get to you after. If you're watching later, obviously, hit replay or tag replay, and I will come back and answer all your questions. Okay. Really what I'm doing here is just starting with the chorizo, just because I want to get some of the fat out first before I really use it with the rice and everything. So that's that. Have that aside. And when I'm ready to toss it all together, then I'll get the oils in that. I'm okay, but I just don't want all of it. So anyway, here's a big 4-cup bowl, heaping of black beans, zucchini, and tomato for that rice. right, next I wanted to do is actually make tomato, zucchini, not zucchini, cucumber, avocado salad. And then Tuesday night is actually, I have a cooking class, so I will be making Thai coconut soup, so it's going to be making on Tuesday, so I don't need to worry about Tuesday night's dinner. So pretty much just focusing on my lunches today for this week, because we have some plans for some fun things for dinners. Victor wants to try his hand at making pizza rolls, so we're going to do that. I don't know which day yet, but not to worry, I will totally share when we get to that point. And then Tuesday is the coconut Thai, so we're good there. And that will definitely do for the next day's lunch as well. Makes about 4 cups. All right, so a cucumber chopped up. Not going to use all of the tomato. Kind of a version of like, I know it's a recipe out there. It's cottage cheese with cucumber and tomato, and it's a really nice, a very mushy tomato. All right, well, that works. But of course, I stay away from cheese, so I'm not going to eat that. Let's hope this guy is nice. It's a little hard, but that's all right. Mushy tomato. Okay, and then breakfast is already taken care of for most of it. Tossing my avocado around. Because I still have a few of the bliss balls and the superhero cookies that I've made before, so that's good. And then the other days I will make eggs. So we've got the omelet maker. It's pretty easy to toss in an egg or two with some seasonings and some veggies and make a quick omelet. So that's pretty much my breakfast taken care of. So I don't need to fuss. And then we're going to have some salads this week. So that's what I'm going to do after this, is chop up some vegetables. Just to make the salad portion go good. We've got the lettuce and broccoli chopped. I just need to chop some carrots and celery. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so an avocado, some cucumbers, some tomato in here. And then what I'm going to do is just add some seasonings. So I'm going to use just some of our regular salt, my favorite turmeric and black pepper, lots of that, and of course the better than bacon topping, because that's the best part, right? Okay, so there we go, a quick avocado, tomato, cucumber salad for today. And I just added in, as I said, better than bacon topping, some salt and pepper, but you could add in whatever flavors you liked. So that's that. Okay, so that's those. Next, was going to use the omelet maker that I was talking about. to make a dessert. So you can use you could do a full apple crumble, like 6 apples, and use your multi-purpose steamer. But since I don't actually want to make that much, I am just going to do 1 apple and use the omelet maker here. So just chop up your apple. Need a bit of lemon juice or lime, or if no citrus, then that's fine. You don't have to. You could just do a tiny bit of water. That would work too. Just kind of pile them in there. And then the topping, you could just have some oats, but actually what I have is oatmeal already kind of made up, or not oatmeal, what do you call that stuff? Granola. I'm granola made up. I have granola already made up, so that's some oats and some dried fruit and some seeds with some nuts. And then you mix it up with a little bit of honey and your favorite seasonings. Hey Laura. And then you kind of just mix it all up and then put it flat, like very thinly on top of a cookie sheet. Bake it for about 25 minutes in the oven, and just store it in however you like to store it. So okay, so I've got my apple. I had a lemon. Lemon. And depending on how you like, there's a little more room in there. How cooked you like your apples when you're doing this is like in essence like crustless or whatever apple pie, but basically it's apple crumble. So I'm just using our omelet maker. Okay, so that's the rice. Bonus. I will now put in the souvlaki or donair meat for 5 minutes. So it just needs a few more minutes for it to set. So basically I'm just going to leave this rice alone. But it's ready for our, and it's hot, so keep careful with that. Okay, so the rice is ready for when we're ready to make the rest of our meal, which is, here's the black beans, zucchini and tomatoes. That's going to go with the rice and the chorizo. So those things are set pretty much for that meal, which we will do a little bit later today. And then the souvlaki donair type scenario, ground meat is in the microwave, 5 minutes, comes out, just let it sit, and then next couple of days of lunches we can pull it out, slice off a few pieces, throw it into a little pan, toast it up and put it into either a sandwich or into like a salad or lettuce wrap, whatever you want, with any kind of sauce or seasoning and stuff you like. And then for dessert, I'm gonna have apple, or this could be breakfast actually, whatever you want. So I just put 1 apple in here with a bit of lemon juice, and then I have granola that after I put this in for about 1.5 minutes, I can sprinkle some of this on, put it in for another 30 seconds, and then I can go ahead and eat it with either some yogurt or coconut yogurt or oat yogurt, which is what I like, or you just eat it with ice cream or something for dessert. So that's how quick that would be. So literally that's set. So dessert's set. Our dinner in essence is set. I've got 1 salad all ready to go. And next was I was just going to chop up some vegetables for making quick salads this week. Alright, so I've just got some carrots and some celery. This will just make things go a little faster. When we're making our salads during the week, if we can just easily grab it and toss it all together. The lettuce already done kind of idea. So some broccoli, we only have to do is chop things that are like tomatoes. You would chop your tomatoes at the time you need it. But these harder type vegetables you can chop ahead. And the other option is you could freeze it too if you're going to cook it. So if you're going to cook this celery or carrots, you could totally chop them all up as part of your meal prep and then freeze them and then just pull out the amount that you need for whatever meal you're making, right? It's another way to just simplify things for yourself. Don't toss your carrots all over the floor. I am. Totally topping all my carrots on the floor. So, that's kind of the plan for the week. Pretty simple, not going to get too complicated. Meal prepping doesn't have to be a big event. Doesn't have to take you all day. It doesn't mean that you're stuck eating the same thing. It doesn't mean that you can't make changes as you go along during the week or move things around. A lot of what I just like doing is just kind of having a quick idea that this is what's available, and I can easily adapt any of this to any meal. So it doesn't have to be exactly what I put it out for. No, not just you. I am super into tossing stuff all over the floor. Yeah. You know what? Kitchens are messy. I just have to accept that. Alright, so I've got a couple carrots chopped up, a couple celeries chopped up, and then that's set. So easily enough to grab carrots and celery. As I said, lettuce and broccoli are already ready to go as part of my meal prep. So I break up my meal prep so it's not all one day. So when vegetables come in, I usually kind of wash, dry them, put them away. I don't always cut. I just cut when I kind of know what's going on. And Marissa, yes, good morning, Marissa. So what am I making? I am making a few different things. So I have avocado, tomato, cucumber salad here with some salt, some turmeric, black pepper, and our Better Than Bacon toppers, which are vegan bacon bites. So that's a salad for today. We're planning on having some salads this week to kind of, well, we need to eat more salads, that's the way it is. So we've got lots of lettuce and broccoli in there. I've chopped up carrots and celery. You can literally grab a handful, throw it in. If you want, add some cucumber and tomato. Those I wouldn't chop up until I'm ready to eat, so that will take less time. So let's just quickly chop a tomato or cucumber and toss all in. And then we can make any salad dressing you want. Then the others was I got a dessert set ready to go. I'm gonna be making kind of like a crustless apple pie, or it could be like apple crumble, whatever you want to call it. Probably apple crumble, I guess, is the better thing. But I don't need to make a big family size version, which would be like 6 apples using the multi-purpose steamer. Just Vic and I, a minute and a half in the microwave. Toss on some granola or oats. I already have granola made up. I'm gonna toss that on for another 30 seconds, and then we have a crustless apple pie, or sorry, granola that we can quickly make. If you like ice cream, you could have it with ice cream, or just some nice good yogurt. And that could be a breakfast as well, or a dessert, either or, right? Then I was making rice, that's right. So I made rice in the steamer in the microwave. So 15 minutes, 1.5 cups of rice, 3 cups of water with some of our Nourish broth. It's still finishing to cook, so you'll see a little bit of liquid, but that's okay because it's still in there cooking. I have chorizo that I've kind of cooked up a little to get rid of the fat. And then I had chopped up a whole bunch of zucchini, tomato, and black beans that are going to go into the rice. And then in the microwave here, is I was going to make donair, but I realized I was out of donair, so I'm making souvlaki anyways. So same idea. I can get rid of all the fat in that now, and then put it into another container. And then when we're ready to use it, we just slice it up or chop it up, whatever you want. Throw it into a pan like that. Pan fry it. You don't need any oil or anything. Just throw it into a pan, and it'll crisp up the sides. And you can put this, or what we're going to do is put it into either a wrap or a lettuce wrap or a salad or whatever. So it's whatever you want to do. I just pre-cook it so then it's done and in the fridge. And all we have to do is just warm it up. But while you're warming up, you can get crusty sides and stuff like that. And then doing it this way means I get rid of all the excess fat and stuff that I don't want, because my body can't handle all that. So that's that. So there we go. So some quick ideas for lunches, quick ideas for dessert, quick ideas for preparing without overdoing it. You don't have to cook a lot. You can just kind of get things set up. And that's it. So really all now I need is, in essence, a dressing for the salad and for this week, and then that's pretty much it. So whatever salad dressing you like. I'm not going to actually make one because literally it takes 2 seconds to make it when I'm ready. So if Vic wants a different salad dressing than me, he can make his own, and I can make mine. So example, it could be balsamic vinaigrette. It could be sesame ginger. It could be any kind you want. You literally just make a tablespoon at a time, and that's it. So that's it. There we go. Done. Meal prep for this week is pretty much underway. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. You guys motivate me because I come on and I have to make stuff. It's just kind of how it goes. It's kind of an accountability. You guys come here and keep me accountable for making meal prep for the week, because I'm going to be honest, I'm just like everyone else. And I want quick food and I want to do all that, and I don't want to put all the energy into it. But when the weeks I don't meal prep, things don't go well. So food isn't available. We eat things we don't want to be eating. And then I don't feel well. Like, my body doesn't like store-bought foods or anything. Not that we eat a lot of that, but you know, even going to M&M's, I love their wonton soup, so I could eat too many of those, and that's not good for me. So this is what you guys do for me, is keep me accountable to making sure I meal prep at least every second week, but usually it's every week now, just because for my own health. So the more, the better I eat, the more energy I have. And then of course, it goes with everything else, right? So I'm emotionally more stable because obviously when you're really tired or hungry or not feeling well, you're a little snappy, you're a little easily upset, things like that can happen. So to control all that, I make sure that I've got food already made so that I'm eating good, eating well. I can have English language, sure. And there we go. So that's kind of why I do this, and I thank you all for joining in. Feel free to ask any questions, you know, later, or personal if you want to just talk to me one-on-one about any of this. If there's anything you see that you want, you know, you can always order 24/7. Epicure's open, so you're welcome to. If you have your credits with me, make sure you come to me if you've got credits or anything like that, because I will deduct your credits from your order and I can take care of it for you. But yeah, so there we go. Just a reminder, this month has tons of awesome things going on. So for customers, there's 2 big things. One is the bunny cake special. So it's 2 round pans, which I forgot to pull out. Hang on. Let me pull that out for you. So 2 of these. So these can go in the microwave or the oven, whatever you want. So round pans, and they stack, so it's pretty cool. So 2 of these and 2 of the carrot cake for $35 something, around $35, which is a pretty good deal because these are like 20 something each anyways. So it's a super good deal. 25% off for all that. So if you don't have to make bunny cake, of course, you can make carrot cake, you can make your brownies in here, so many things, even an omelet actually if you wanted to. Hey, why not, right? So that's the bunny cake special. Then there is the 30-day March collection sale or special, so that is around $99. It comes with 30 days of meals basically for you, so dinner taken care of for 30 days, and it actually is on, good morning Donna, and on sale as well, because you get 4 of the meal solutions that are in there for free. So it's a pretty good deal, and it's usually exclusive. There's usually something in there that can't get anywhere else, and they'll have some jars in it as well to help you with salads, dressings, and things like that. So it's a really awesome deal, and it's a really awesome collection if you're trying to, like, I don't want to think about meals, I don't want to have to deal with groceries. You get that. There's a digital meal plan and grocery list that comes with it. Go get your groceries for a month. Woohoo! Done. So it's super awesome. So that's those. For hosts, there's like lots. So hosts get 1. There's the cool containers, kind of like Tupperware, I guess, but it's our cool color of purple aubergine. It has a tray in it, so you put your veggies on top of the tray. So the thing that I always talk about, putting something at the bottom so it soaks up the moisture, it has a tray instead. So you put your lettuce on it, the moisture will drip down, and then you can save your veggies that way, which is pretty cool. So that's that one for hosts. The other is, of course, an extra $20 to $50 in credits. So normally you get your 10 to 25% off of the sales, and then you will get, if you book with me ahead, you get a future booking. So basically it's your normal 10 to 25%. It's your future booking of $20, and then based on sales, it's anywhere from $20 to $50 extra on top of that. So a minimum of $40 plus the 10% if you just kind of went with the basic cooking class and away you went. And you don't have to have a class if you don't want to. If you just want a link and you send it to a few friends and get some orders in and just kind of tap in that way, that's totally cool. You can invite people here because you know I do events and stuff in this. I will be having a cooking class in the group here on the 18th, Thursday night, 7 o'clock. So that's something else you could do. You can invite all your friends, you be the host, and they watch it here, and you don't have to worry about all the other stuff. And it'll be for, and if your consultant is in my group, so on my team, so any one of the beautiful people in my team, you can also check this out and of course order from them. Not just me, you can order from them. So, we got Jamie and Trista and Heather and Donna and Vivian and Jennifer and Emily and Tanya. There's so many of us now, which is so good, such a beautiful big team. So you can talk with them about having a cooking class or talk with me. Otherwise, that's what's going on for hosts, and that's what's going on for customers. And then of course there's also the big awesome deal of coming and being a part of my team, like Jamie and Trista and Tanya and everyone who are, and I can offer 20% off of the kits. So instead of 125, it's 100, and it's a really good way to make extra money on the side. It's a really good way to make yourself be accountable and meal prep and have good food. It's a really good way to get the discount as well, right? So it's really awesome. So if you're interested in any of that or know anybody, feel free to send them my way or to anyone on my team. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, because where I am, it's sunny. I hope it's sunny where you are. And otherwise, I'm here if you need to chat at all. Otherwise, have a beautiful Sunday, and take care. Thanks for everybody who joined.